Interview preparation for a network engineer for an e-commerce firm. A comprehensive study plan to help you prepare for an interview as a network engineer interviewing at an e-commerce firm. This plan will help you cover the key networking concepts, tools, and practices relevant to the role, with a focus on practical networking skills that are crucial in an e-commerce environment. It balances technical study, hands-on practice, and mock interview preparation. Week 1. Establish a strong understanding of basic networking concepts and foundational theories. Days 1 to 2. Networking basics. LAN, WAN, MAN, VPN. Application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, physical. IP addressing, subnetting, and routing basics. Routers, switches, hubs, modems, and firewalls. Subnetting exercises. Hands-on with virtual labs. Days 3 to 4. TCP, IP protocol suite. TCP/IP stack and how it differs from OSI. Understanding TCP versus UDP, port numbers, connection establishment, and teardown. ARP, ICMP, DNS, DHCP, and HTTP, HTTPS basics. Capture and analyze network traffic using Wireshark. Day 5 to 7. Routing and switching. Static versus dynamic routing, routing protocols. VLANs, spanning tree protocol, trunking, and frame forwarding. Star, mesh, hybrid, bus. Set up a basic network using a routing protocol on Packet Tracer or GNS3. Hands-on configuration of VLANs and trunking on virtual switches. Week 2. Learn about network security fundamentals and specific needs for securing an e-commerce network. Days 8 to 10. Network security basics. DDoS, MITM, DNS spoofing, phishing, malware, ransomware. Firewalls, IDS IPS systems, VPNs, and VPN tunneling protocols. Network access control and authentication mechanisms. Set up a basic firewall using pfSense or configure ACLs on a router switch. Simulate DDoS using traffic generators and detect it via IDS. Day 11 to 12. E-commerce network security. SSL/TLS encryption and certificates for securing online transactions. Payment card industry data security standard and network security compliance. Load balancers, reverse proxies, and their roles in e-commerce systems. Configure SSL on a server or proxy using Let's Encrypt or OpenSSL. Simulate a secure e-commerce transaction environment. Day 13 to 14. Security tools and techniques. Vulnerability scanning, penetration testing tools, SNMP, syslog, SIEM tools. Use Nmap to scan a network for vulnerabilities. Set up and monitor network traffic with Splunk or Wireshark. Week 3. Develop advanced skills in network architecture and design, with a focus on scalability, redundancy, and cloud integration for e-commerce. Day 15 to 17. Network design principles. Designing a robust and scalable network architecture for e-commerce. High availability, failover strategies, load balancing. Cloud networking basics and hybrid cloud networks. Design a basic network for an e-commerce site using multiple availability zones. Implement HA configurations using virtualized servers or cloud services. Day 18 to 19. Cloud networking and SD-WAN. Virtual private cloud setups, subnets, and routing in AWS Azure. SD-WAN basics and how it's used in large enterprises. Cloud service architectures, Docker and Kubernetes in networking. Set up VPCs, subnets, and security groups in AWS Azure. Simulate SD-WAN configuration in GNS3 or Cisco Packet Tracer. Day 20 to 21. E-commerce specific network architecture. Caching mechanisms for optimizing e-commerce networks. Integration of payment gateways and secure communication within the network. Application of multi-layer security strategies. Set up a CDN to optimize site performance. Simulate a high-traffic e-commerce scenario and optimize traffic distribution. Week 4. Master the use of advanced tools for troubleshooting and monitoring. Day 22 to 24. Advanced troubleshooting techniques. Ping, traceroute, netflow, path ping, BGP, OSPF, and troubleshooting using debug and show commands. SolarWinds, Wireshark for in-depth analysis. Simulate network issues and troubleshoot with tools like traceroute and Wireshark. Use Wireshark to diagnose network congestion and protocol issues. Day 25 to 26. Network automation and scripting. Basics of network automation using Python. Automating network configuration and monitoring tasks. Introduction to Ansible for network automation. Write simple Python scripts for network device configuration. Automate network health checks. Week 5. Refine interview skills and solve real-world scenarios. Day 27 to 29. Behavioral and technical interview preparation. STAR method. Common network engineering interview questions. Prepare answers to technical questions related to networking protocols, cloud services, and security. Mock interviews with peers or mentors, both behavioral and technical. Time yourself when solving complex networking problems. Day 30. Final review and real-world scenarios. Review key concepts from networking, security, and cloud topics. Focus on areas that you find challenging or haven't practiced enough. Solve a real-world scenario where you design, implement, and troubleshoot a network. Final mock interview with a mentor or using online platforms like interviewing.io. Additional tips. E-commerce platforms heavily rely on cloud services. Understand how networking works in AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. Focus on VPCs, subnets, and security groups. E-commerce firms need high availability and low latency. Be familiar with load balancing, content delivery networks, and scalable architectures. Know about security protocols such as SSL/TLS, firewalls, VPNs, and DDoS protection. E-commerce is highly sensitive to data breaches. Expect to troubleshoot network issues during the interview. Practice using Wireshark, Ping, and traceroute to analyze and diagnose problems. You'll interact with non-technical teams. Practice explaining technical concepts in simple terms. Communication is as important as technical knowledge. By following this structured 5-week study plan, you'll be well prepared for your network engineer interview with an e-commerce firm. Focus on both theoretical knowledge and hands-on experience with tools, as the firm will likely expect you to understand how to design, secure, and troubleshoot the network infrastructure for an e-commerce platform. Best of luck with your preparation.